Good afternoon. This is John Marling, President of Pulse Research. Thanks very much for attending our webinar this afternoon. 5 best practices and how, yes, you can increase your local revenues by more than 10% in 2017. I'm very proud to say at Pulse that we're working with over 600 publications across North America and over 5,000 ad reps. What I'm going to share today is some of the best practices, suggestions, ideas, success stories that we've gotten from our clients across our Pulse network. In addition to that, I have made now in the last 2.5, 3 years over 1,400 four-legged sales calls. And the reason I do that is to learn, to go toe to toe with that car dealer who says, I just got back from a Ford conference and they said, digital only, no print. Or going, and talking to that small business person who's so overwhelmingly confused, how to reach people. They've got Pinterest, they've got Twitter, they've got Facebook, they've got their own email, they've got Instagram, they've got Craigslist. It's pretty overwhelming for them. But frankly, I hear a lot when I'm out there making four-legged sales calls. And I know you've heard it and your sales team have also. Print is dead. We have got to smash that misperception because, frankly, in working with over 600 publications in North America, you've got a great story to tell, and you can absolutely deliver additional revenues, for this business. Here's a kind of look-see at, what's happened in our industry over the last few years. Not a pretty picture, is it? But darn it, we can increase local revenue. It's a kind of a bold statement to make, but it's obviously extremely important. Those local businesses in your communities need a resource, a partner like you and your local representatives to really be that consultant that we've always talked about doing. So let's get on and talk about some of the realities here. First of all, I've heard this from many newspaper executives, around North America. Frankly, the old way is not working. What do we mean by the old way? What do they mean by when they say that? Well, frankly, in the good old days, things are pretty good. And we really were able to, generate a heck of a lot of revenue, extremely positive net profits because of the position we enjoyed. And so we talked about our product. Everything we did was, presented was about us. And going through today, so many publications are still presenting product-centric information, i.e., the special rate of the day, the special section, this special, combination, etc. Frankly, in talking with hundreds and hundreds of businesses around North America, they don't care. They don't want to hear about us. Sorry to say that, but that's the reality. What they want and what we've got to be able to do is engage with the businesses with solutions, ideas, and insights on how to help them get more additional business. I think you'll agree with me that every business you can think of wants to get more customers, wants to get more revenue. I've done a lot of focus groups here at Pulse, and I always ask them, you're bombarded with, in many cases, they say 30, 40, 50, up to 80 media reps a week contacting them. And obviously they get pretty good at saying no. And so I've asked them, what does it take for a media representative, particularly a newspaper representative, to get your attention? Here's what they say. Tell us you have an idea and a solution to help us grow this business. It's as simple as that, literally. But how do you do that? Best practice number one. And by the way, I'm going to be focusing on information, timely, current, shopping information of newspaper readers and website visitors. Because this is information about and for their business. And for attending the webinar today, I'll be sending you, no charge, totally complimentary, no obligation, the results of the Pulse America survey that has over 600 business categories, the purchasing plans for, also thousands of product and services purchasing plans, but also the use of social media, automotive sites, real estate websites, employment websites, Google search, so that you got that information to be able to engage with those businesses with specific information about and for their business. So back to business practice number one, best solution to get 10% more local advertising. Finding a solution for them. You'll see on the screen here from the Pulse of America survey, it shows the current demand, in this case, for a furniture store. So you got living room furniture, bedroom furniture, outdoor furniture, etc., and rugs. Here's what happens in the real world. Ask the business, where can you get more? Here's what the current demand is. You know what you've sold, but here's what the opportunity is going forward. And for many businesses, there's obviously missed opportunities because they know what has happened. What they don't know is what will happen. I was talking to a business person the other day on a four-legged sales call, and he says, thank you so much, because I've been looking and managing in the rearview mirror, not having information into the future about purchasing plans. So in this example here, and it's for real world, I was out making a presentation to a furniture store, and I asked him, where do you think you can get more? Here's the current demand. The guy said, oh my gosh, look at rugs. Over 10% are going to buy rugs. That's over 5,200 opportunities. I've been only selling about 20 rugs per month. A light bulb went on. Aha, a solution. He realized that he could get additional business right away selling rugs. And guess what? He signed a 52-week contract because we provided him with a solution, insight, based upon information about and for his business. So summary, business practice number one, to get 10% more local, provide the businesses with information about and for their business, specifically identifying with them, for them, the specific niches they can get additional business that they're not getting today. Business practice number two is selling packages, consistent programs. As I travel around North America, so often we've got a significant number of advertisers, but they're there on an inconsistent basis. They'll run every once in a while in a special section, etc., but they're not advertising every week. We've got to be able to get them on a consistent program. That's in their best interest. And by the way, when I'm chatting with businesses out there, they want to be consistent. We just need to show them the no risk, the upside opportunity of a consistent program. So business practice number two is packages, print, web, social, but on a consistent basis. As an industry, we spend too much time and lost opportunity on special sections that are a one-time event. Business practice number three, fear of missing out. A phenomenally important motivator, of businesses, because every business in your community wants to make sure they get every potential customer, right? So fear of missing out. If they realize there are customers that are going to buy their product and service that they're not reaching, they will say yes. One of the ways that I've gotten the attention of some of the tough car dealers out there is I ask them point blank, if I can show you how this local publication can bring you car buyers you're missing, with your local dealer page, your manufacturer's page, your Facebook page, your digital targeting, on and on and on, would you reconsider a program in the local paper? And every single time they've said yes. Fear of missing out is extremely important. As I said, we're going to provide you at no charge, no obligation, the results of the current Pulse of America survey. When we ask in there, if you were to buy a car on, locally, which of the following automotive websites would you go to get information to buy a car locally? So we're able to show that car dealer what percentage of your audience would go to our Auto Trader, for instance, but more important, what percentage of your audience would not go to Auto Trader. So looking at the example here in front of us, so if a business says, well, a realtor, well, I don't need you because I've got my agent website, you can show them that, it's important because 31% of our audience, when they're looking for a home locally, would go to a local agent site. But you're missing 69% of the 5,500 listings that our audience will have in the next 12 months. Another example is, well, I've got my own website, etc. Well, yes, you should. 40% go to a business website to get information, making local purchasing decisions, etc. But 60% would not. And for those of you who are doing digital agency services, you can show them the importance of a professional like you doing their local business website. It's important because 40% use. But at the same time, you can show them what they're missing. When they say you print is dead, I'm using Facebook, I've got Craigslist, or I'm on an automotive site, or I'm on Instagram, etc. Show them what they're missing. Phenomenally effective in getting that local business person to say yes for a consistent program, because they want to get potential customers, buyers that they're missing. Relating to Facebook, here's some information specifically about Facebook from the Complimentary Pulse of America survey. We ask about their use and behavior and getting information purchasing from a business Facebook page. And look at this. 96% of your audience have not, in the last 30 days, made a purchase from a Facebook business page in the last 30 days. Going back to our furniture store targeting the carpets, if he had put his carpet special, or excuse me, his rug special just on his Facebook page, look at this. He's missing 96% of the thousands and thousands of households that you reach who are going to buy a rug. This is an extremely easy way to change the misperception that print is dead, that they don't need us, by showing them what they're missing. Fear of missing out. Best business practice number 3. Number 4, let's make it comfortable. Let's take away the risk and the fear in making a commitment to a 52-week advertising program in your local publication. I've heard over and over, well, they're not going to sign a 52-week contract. Bunk. What we've got to do is motivate them, like, oh my gosh, look at all the rugs I can get, but also make it comfortable, take away the risk. Here's how I stumbled upon in one of the four-legged sales calls this insight. We went into a small business. It was a dry cleaner. We walked in the door, 8 a.m. in the morning, and she says, oh, I'm not going to sign that contract. And it kind of took me by surprise. No hello, good morning, just, I'm not going to sign the contract. So I said to her, why not? I couldn't think of anything more clever to say. And she said, and this is what was so important, it was a game changer for me. She said, I'm petrified. Oh my gosh. And you can see the fear in her eyes. She was scared to death. So I said to her, let's work together. I can see you're afraid, you're concerned. Let's work together and make it comfortable, take away the risk, take away the fear, comfortable for you. She said, what do you mean by that? And I said, well, for instance, I said, I presume they presented a 52-week contract, and she said, yeah, well, yes, I'm not going to sign it. I said, well, what if over the 52 weeks, all you needed was just one new dry cleaner customer, out of the 3,500, people who are going to use a dry cleaner that's paper-reach, all you needed was one. What would you think? That'd be great, no problem, no brainer. I said, well, what if you needed 520, 10? Well, no, I'm scared, that's not realistic. I said, let's work together and find out what's comfortable for you. And we did, and she signed the 52-week contract. And by the way, I heard from that rep a while back that her business is up significantly and she hired more people. Bottom line is, print works. You've got the audience that are buyers, and they want to know where to spend their money. So back to how to close any advertiser. Let's show them how few customers they need for a consistent ad campaign. In this case, this example, they only need 16 over the next 52 weeks out of the 7,650. They're going to buy that product or service, buy at that business. How is it figured? Take the value of a campaign, in this example, 5,200. We work with them on figuring out what their gross profit is, on a new customer, and then figure out how many they need. And then reinforce with how few customers they need to get, in this example, a 10-time return on investment. Business practice number 5. I have heard consistently over the last year how very, very difficult it is to hire and keep great ad reps. One of our clients said they've had 60% turnover in the last year. Another one said they're down 50% in staff. What we as an industry need to do, best practice number 5, is enable our sales team. They want, in fact, when I get together with sales teams, I ask them, why did you choose to be in the newspaper business? You've got a lot of choices. Why did you choose? The number one reason is they want to help the local businesses. That's what they're motivated to do. That's what they get a phenomenal self-satisfaction with. This information about and for the businesses is extremely effective in the self-satisfaction and keeping those ad reps. Some other things is making sure that the ad reps, when they're brand new, have the information and tools to be able to immediately engage with the business with information about and for that business. Gordon Burrell, what was it, a month ago, put out his report on 7,000 interviews he did with small businesses. Do you remember what the number one thing that the local businesses demand? It's information about and for their business. More than happy to provide you with a free copy of the Pulse of America Shopping Survey, and a little bit about that. We do it once a year, and it has over 600 businesses in it, thousands of products and services, the social media. We have over 4,000 sample nationwide. It's a survey of newspaper readers and website visitors, so it's of your audience. We break it down into 8 regions of the country, and this information is extremely powerful, timely in helping that business, identify where they can get additional business. Here's an example of some of the business categories relating to the home. Here's some example of products and services being bought for the home. Here's an example of what's missing, with different social sites, etc. No obligation. Pulse is committed to doing whatever we can to assist and support the industry. If you'd like a free copy of the research or of this PowerPoint presentation, just send me an email, Marling, MARLING, @paper.net. Phone number is 503-784-5772 if you'd like to chat. Thank you again very much for attending the webinar today. I trust it's been beneficial for you. And once again, happy to share with you the Pulse of America shopping information, which is really the catalyst to being able to relate to the businesses with information about and for their business. Thanks, and have a great sales day.